The SGX Nasdaq agreement introduces a streamlined process that differentiates itself from the traditional dual listing structures. Companies meeting the Singapore 2 billion market capitalization threshold can submit unified documentation to both the regulatory authorities, eliminating the complexity of navigating separate compliance regimes in Singapore as well as in the United States. The SGX Group Chief Executive has characterized the framework as targeting quality growth-oriented companies with Asian nexus seeking to expand the investor base, while also staying true to their roots without having to navigate the complexity of dual regulatory regimes. The arrangement specifically targets technology and high-growth sectors where companies have historically favored the US markets. This does indicate broader reform package and market performance. Let's talk about that. The dual listing mechanism operates within a larger reform agenda, with the MAS committing almost $5 billion in capital deployment through fund managers to enhance market liquidity and attract institutional participation. The injection aims to address the liquidity constraints that have historically disadvantaged Singapore's market relative to the larger exchanges. Despite the structural headwinds, Singapore's market demonstrated resilience in 2024. The exchange processed IPOs generating over $2 billion in proceeds, the highest in the Southeast Asian market for the year. These transactions included 2 substantial real estate investment trust listings and several secondary offerings. SGX leadership indicated active discussions with multiple companies considering listings in the city-state. Singapore's benchmark equity index appreciated 20% over the 12 months preceding announcement, outperforming regional peers and marginally exceeding the Nasdaq Composite's returns during the same period. Next, let's talk about the strategic implications of this. The SGX and Nasdaq arrangement reflects evolving dynamics in the global capital markets, wherein companies seek geographic diversification in their investor bases without sacrificing access to deep liquidity pools. For Singapore, the framework represents an acknowledgement that retaining high-growth companies requires structural adaptation rather than regulatory restriction. The success of this initiative will be dependent on several factors, whether the simplified filing process materially reduces listing costs and complexity, how the companies evaluate the trade-offs between dual listing and single market concentration, and whether the combined Singapore and US investor base provides sufficient liquidity advantages to justify the dual listing structure. For Asian technology companies, the arrangement offers optionality, maintaining regional market presence while assessing US capital markets. And for Singapore, the framework aims to position the city-state as a complement rather than competing revenue to major global exchanges.